Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this full moon in Gemini, December 4th and 5th, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You may want to watch the entire video because this full moon in Gemini is not just going to affect your sun sign only. So if you know the elements that correspond to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, I recommend you watch them as well. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, you may want to check out the element that goes along with your cusp sign, because that could apply to you as well. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So I'm going to start this psychic crystal reading for the full moon in Gemini with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. This full moon in Gemini may make the earth signs want to be brave and confront whatever demons there are in your life. Could be emotional things, it could be dealing with different people that are difficult, or whatever it is, but that would be considered difficult, negative. You're going to be very brave and courageous from this Gemini full moon and address those things. This full moon could make you want to partner up with somebody. Now, that could be partner up in romance. It could be partnering up in a project, or, a short-term or a long-term endeavor. But wanting to partner up comes up for the earth signs. Some of you earth signs may feel like you really want to let your hair down. Like you want to cut loose, you want to have fun, party, and also relax. I get the, wanting to party and have fun, but also wanting to relax. Remember, the energies of this full moon will be the strongest the day before, the day of, and the day after the full moon, but the energies can last strongly for 2 weeks and even up to 30 days. I hate to tell you this, but you could be sitting in lines waiting for things. Could be waiting to get gas. It could be long lines at the bank. It could be long lines at the food store. It could be a long line at a store that you're doing holiday shopping. I mean, you could be waiting in lines over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you earth signs are going to get rewarded for something that you did. And it could be a cash reward. It could be coming from a boss, like they give you a bonus. It could be coming from a boss, a company you work for, they give you a raise. It could also be like if you did kind deeds for somebody, they may turn around and write you a check or give you something of value because you went out of your way and helped them. So you could see this happen from the energies of this full moon in Gemini. Some of you are going to be getting yourself situated in what my guides are calling new digs. So that could be like a new home, a new apartment. If you're, moving a business from one place to another, or a new building, like getting settled into new digs comes up here for you. Some of you could get invited to a gathering and you have an absolutely awesome time. Some of you will get some quiet time where you actually can be alone, rest, recharge your batteries. But it comes up as being alone, but it's like positive. You're not viewing being alone as negative in this situation. If there was any kind of assistance or help you needed with anything, I don't care what it is, a flat tire, a ride to the airport, somebody to babysit your kids or one of your pets, or help you like build something or move, I feel like help will be available to you. You will get help with something you need over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. So here are the 3 cautions for the earth signs. If you're angry or bitter about something somebody said or did or toward a particular person, make sure that that bitterness you feel doesn't spill out and spill over to other people that really didn't have anything to do with what you are bitter or unhappy about. Being too stubborn or too controlling and digging your heels in some manner may not be the best course of action for you to take over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, because for some reason it could come off where it makes you look bad, or you just look like you're being too controlling. So be careful of being too stubborn and digging your heels in too hard about something. Being more easygoing and flexible when people come up with ideas and plans and or suggesting changes, and you're like, you may be very adamant, like, no. Well, you should maybe be more flexible. If you start seeing somebody new, romantically speaking, or even it could be a new friendship, I feel like don't rush into any friendship or dating situation too quickly, or be like, I'm convinced this is the person for me, because you're going to find out that's not true later, like soon. So be careful of rushing in to, especially dating and love relationships. Proceed with caution. With friends, you have more leeway, but I would still take your time. Don't rush in any kind of, partnership or coupled or dating scenario. Over the course of the next 30 days, I would, go slow. Doesn't mean you can't be friends with them or, date. Just don't think this is the end all be all and hang your hat on like, oh yeah, this is going to work out great. So you have to see what plays out. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. You may want to take time with your projects, water signs. You may want to slow down. Even slow down on going out, hanging out, doing activities, decorating for the holidays, Christmas shopping, holiday shopping, whatever it is. You may want to slow down. And if you're making or creating or building anything, you may want to slow down on that project. I feel like you're going to want to take more time, be more painstaking about what you're doing. You got to be careful. You could be, this is how my guide said it. You could be wading in treacherous waters. Now, that could be figuratively or literally. If it's literally, don't wade in treacherous waters. You could drown, you could get bitten by a shark, or get, stung by, step on a sea urchin. I don't know, but be careful of wading in treacherous waters. Also, that can mean socially or at work. Like if people are acting up or like bosses are like on their like stressed out to the max, don't wade in treacherous waters with bosses, coworkers, or if your significant other is really irate and has, you know, like been in a bad mood or irritable, or your kids are like that, steer clear of them. Don't wade in treacherous waters. This full moon in Gemini could make some of you water signs want to jump into bed with somebody really quickly, and you maybe just started dating them, or it's your first date. Or it could be somebody that was from your past returns and you sleep with them right away. You could do it. I'm not saying don't do it. This wasn't a caution. It's just saying you may feel inspired to do that over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, but especially the day before the full moon, the day of the full moon, and the day after the full moon in Gemini will be the strongest, and for the next 2 weeks. But the energies can last for 30 days. Some of you may put together a party. You may be putting together a party of some sort. It could be for somebody's birthday. It could be a holiday party. It could be for your own personal life. It could also be a work-related party. But I get putting together a party comes up over this next 30 days. Some of you water signs could get nominated to be in charge of something. And your coworkers could say, we nominate you. We want you to be in charge of this project, a party, something. Your bosses could nominate you. Your coworkers could be nominating you. This could also be something that happens in a club, group, or organization you belong to, or it could even be like a town group or event. But this is a positive thing for you. I don't feel like you're going to view it as a negative. This is going to be a great time for you, water signs, to bargain hunt. Bargain hunting, bargain shopping, you're going to be blessed in that. Now, I know there's going to be people in the comments that are going to say, well, I mean, this is happening in December, but there is the 2 weeks that follow Mercury in retrograde, the shadow period after. There's a shadow period before, then the retrograde, then the shadow period after. So some of you may say, oh, that's not a good time to buy anything. I'm just telling you, my guides are saying for bargain hunting, getting good deals on either gifts you have to buy for other people or stuff you need to buy for yourself, bargain hunting, bargain shopping is going to pay off for you. Two things come up around like that. They're talking about friendship. Somebody that you had a falling out with and stopped being friends with, or had some kind of argument. It could also be a family member. You guys patch things up and they could become a friend again to you. Some of you will be making a new friend over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. So now I'm looking at the 3 cautions for the water signs. Some of you have made will make some kind of mistake. It could be like, I get it, like, it's going to sound weird. I get dribbling, like paint or food. You're going to, like, if you're painting anything, it's going to run. Or there's going to be drips. So making mistakes in painting, where there could be drips or anything liquid that you're working with, it could drip. The other caution about it is it could be when you're eating. So you could go out to eat and then you're like, oh, this is great. And you eat and you get your food drops on you and you look horrible. I'm going to recommend if you go out somewhere nice to a nice restaurant, like on a date or if you're with friends, bring a backup outfit in your car because you are going to want to change in it if you drip and spill. But for some of you, it could involve painting. Be careful of overworking. You could overwork from the energies of this full moon in Gemini. You could also be a taskmaster and be driving, people that you deal with to work too much. So if you're a boss, you could be driving your employees too hard. If you're a manager or a supervisor of employees, you could be driving your people you manage and supervise too hard. You could do that with your kids as well if you could be telling your kids to do too much. So be careful of you working too hard and you working other people too hard. You have to be careful of either, like you could show up late to something and be really disappointed. Like maybe you get invited to attend a surprise party and you show up late and you miss the surprise part. Or there's some kind of event or somebody that you could meet that you really want to meet and you show up late and the person you wanted to meet could be somebody famous, you never know, and you miss it. You're too late. So you have to be very careful about, especially if you're having any parties or celebrations or gatherings, you could show up late. But also the other end of it is you could have somebody show up late and it affects you. Now you may not be able to control that, right? But the caution, you don't want to be late to events, parties, gatherings, to work. Like really plan ahead so you're not late, because I feel like you're going to be disappointed that you're going to miss someone or something that you're not going to want to miss. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. So before I move on to the fire signs, I just want to let you know that if you're interested, I have my New Year 2026 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac are available. So they're the big readings for the new year. And if you've gotten them before and you felt like they were helpful to you, you may want to get them again. Also, my New Year 2026 Psychic Crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac are also available. Now, these links are going to be down below in the description box in the Show More section, and they're connected to Vimeo. Or you can get these Vimeo videos by going to my website, theluckymermaid.com. On the videos page, the links for those videos are also there. You can also get these videos that I sell on Vimeo. You can get them on Patreon, my Patreon shop. So if you want to get them on Patreon, the Patreon link is down below. And it's also the same Patreon link is also on my videos page of my website. Also, don't forget my Psychic Crystal readings for December 2025 are available. So if you want to see what I get for you for December, the whole month of December, you may want to check them out. They are a continuation and an expansion of the Psychic Tarot readings that I do at the beginning of every month. So if you want to see what December holds for you beyond the tarot reading, you can get that Psychic Crystal reading for your sign or sun, moon, or rising sign, or all three if you want, for December. Again, that link's down below in the description box in the Show More section. The link's also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. And you can get these videos on my Patreon shop. So now on to the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The element is fire. You may find that you're going to do things in a backwards way or out of order or not the way you normally do things. And oddly enough, that's going to work out well for you. The day before, the day of, and the day after the full moon in Gemini, but also for up to 2 weeks and even up to 30 days. You could be kind of irate. I hear some fire signs, maybe spitting fire. So if you're mad, like little things could irritate you and set you off. And you could like go off. Some of you fire signs may want to become part of a club, a group, an organization, or part of like a bigger like community, something where you want to be part of something that's expansive. It could have to do with learning and education or some kind of training, but it could be just something that you like to do or you have big interest in, and you may feel like, you want to be part of this bigger collection of people that are doing it, whatever it is. This came up for one of the other elements. Some of you may want to patch things up with someone that you had like a disagreement or a falling out, an end of a friendship, or if you had a fight with somebody you're married to or dating. This energy of this full moon in Gemini may make you want to patch things up with them. Some of you are going to go visit something, either visit an area or go someplace you've never been before. It could be, some of you could be going to visit someone, but I get some of you going somewhere, like you could be going to a tropical island or somewhere where there's a beach, because I see that in the crystal. I see a beach, I see waves, but some of you, you're not doing that, but you could be visiting something, either something you've never seen before or something you haven't seen for a long time. But for some of you, it could be visiting someone also. And it's a positive thing. Like that's a blessing for you. Some of you are going to make more money. I hear earning a higher wage. So you could start a new job and they could pay you more than your old job. Or it could be at a career or job that you have now and they could give you a raise. If you get invited to any kind of formal event, because I see people wearing like tuxedos and fancy attire, I feel like it's going to work out well for you. Even if you feel like you don't want to go, I feel like you will go and you'll have a good time. And it may even be positive for you in a sense of networking. It could be positive for, social connections, but it could be good for company-related business networking. So here are the 3 cautions now for the fire signs. Be careful, fire signs, of those sarcastic comments, because they could come back to haunt you. You could offend somebody. You may not even think anything about it. You may be like, blah, blah, blah. You're just talking, saying your normal things that you say. But you could offend somebody. So be careful of spouting out too much sarcasm the day of the full moon in Gemini, the day before, the day of, and the day after, and for the next 2 weeks, and even up to 30 days, if you can remember that sarcasm may come back to bite you somehow. Oh, be careful if you drink during the next 30 days, because I get some of you are going to get drunk and you are going to spill your guts. Now that could be like getting sick because of drinking too much, but I feel it's more like, you know, loose lips sink ships. I feel like you're going to drink too much and you're going to say things that it could be revealing secrets, but you could just be talking nonsense and make an idiot out of yourself. So be very careful of getting too inebriated if you're in a situation where you could do that. So be careful of that. Be careful of what you're going to say. It's what you're going to say, or you're going to get sick somewhere that wouldn't bode well for you. Some of you could get partnered up with somebody in a game that you're playing, like at a party or at work or in some club, group, or organization, and I feel you are going to be mad. I don't feel like you like who they're going to partner you up with, and I feel like you're going to be mean about it. Like you're going to let it be known. I don't see you being a good sport about it. I see you being like ticked off that they partnered you with this person. You may feel like this person is a dope, or that or that you just don't like them. There's some reason you're not happy about this partnering up. Now, I don't feel like it could even be if you go on a date with like a double date with somebody and somebody tries to set you up, and you go on this date and you're like, oh, this person is nowhere near somebody I would like to date or be in a relationship with. So that could make you mad, because I see you getting mad. And I don't see you like trying to just like be cool about it. No, I feel like you're going to act annoyed and irritated. So I don't know how to tell you what to do about that. Don't agree to the partnering up, or don't go on a date with a friend that says, oh, I'm going on a date with this one. You come meet her friend or his friend or whatever. You're not going to like that scenario. So keep that in mind. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This full moon in Gemini could inspire the air signs to want to do something new. It could be a new craft, a new hobby, a new skill. It could be like a new exercise program, a new diet, whatever it is. Like you're going to be inspired to do something new over the course of the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. You're going to see through people like glass. If you have strong psychic ability or intuition, and even if you don't, I feel like you're going to read people like, I know what they're thinking, I know what they're all about, I know what this and that. You're going to read, it's like going to be like looking through glass. You could be a lot more physical over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, where you're like wanting to jog or work out on an elliptical, or go for long walks, or bike riding, or swimming, or whatever, or sports, playing a sport. I get you really wanting to like amp up your physicality, whatever it is. Maybe you want to lift weights. This full moon in Gemini is going to make the air signs get more laser focused on an attention to detail on things that you're working on or creating or writing or fixing or building. Like really focus, strong focus and attention to detail from this full moon in Gemini. You're going to learn some secret either the day of the full moon, the day before, the day after, the day of, or for the next 2 weeks or up to 30 days. Some secret gets Oh, Max came in to snore for you, air signs. Hope you appreciate all that snoring he wants to do now. He came in here just for you. Yeah, I just see you, like, if it's something you're creating or something you're working on or something you're writing or painting or building or fixing, laser focus. Some of you air signs are going to treat yourself, and it may be to a day of shopping, or hopefully it's not 2 weeks and up to 30 days of shopping, because, you know, got to be careful with the finances these days. But I do get you treating yourself. You may buy yourself like a pair of brand new boots or a really nice new winter coat, or, you know, where it's different wherever you live, but I get you treating yourself. And maybe you're going to buy a new TV or a new computer. It could happen. Spending money in a way that's like a treat for you. I do get that some of you will be able to have a period of time over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days where you either go on a vacation or you get to spend, I don't know, it's not just a day. It feels like a few days of resting and relaxing. If you've been sick, you may be recuperating from an illness. So now here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. You've got to pick your battles, air signs, because you don't want to argue and get mad over picky-uni little unimportant things, because it's going to make you look petty. You don't want to look like you're too, what's the word I want to use? Too quick to anger, and you don't want to look too petty. Some of you air signs are going to be inspired to make sweeping changes. And then after you make those changes, you're going to think, that wasn't such a good thing. You may be like, I'm painting this room purple, and I'm getting rid of all this furniture, and now I'm going to buy all this other stuff, and you may make all these sweeping changes. And it could be in a work-related sense. It could be to your own physical body. Be very, very careful of getting new tattoos, piercings, or any kind of cosmetic surgery. I would avoid it over the next month. But whatever would be sweeping changes, you may really come to regret it. So if you've got that itch to sweepingly change something, just pick one minor thing. Don't make sweeping changes across the board, because I don't feel like you're going to be happy with it after the fact. You got to be careful of sibling rivalry if you have siblings, or any kind of like bitterness that could kick up between you and family members. You have to be careful of that, because I get like there could be envy, jealousy, spitefulness, sibling rivalry, and if you don't have siblings, it could be with some other family member. So you have to be careful of that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. And thanks for sharing the videos with other people. It does help this channel grow. And when you click like, and if the hype button shows up for you, your likes and hypes are very much appreciated. I do hope that it helps. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell, but I do appreciate that. And if you're interested in getting any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for each sign of the zodiac, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on my Patreon shop. I've created a list you can read here on this slide, And these videos are linked down below this video in the description box and on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. And they're on Patreon. The link to Patreon is down below, and also on the videos page on my website. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy that comes to you from this full moon in Gemini, December 4th and or 5th, depending on where you live. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.